Friends, Brian here for Middle Age Mind and Muscle. How the hell are you guys doing? Hectic past 2 weeks. So for the three of you out there that are wondering, hey man, how come you haven't been posting as much content? That's why. I'm not going to get into my bullshit, but things are good. And we're going to post today about, we're going to read your comments on my video of, is it really over at 50? Now, new channel, relatively new channel. This video got a lot of views. A lot of people misunderstood what I was saying in this video. For a lot of you who have been watching my channel for some time, you know, I'm saying, hey man, be a fighter, you know, don't give up, dig deep, figure it out. I'm just saying, you know, at 50, it does get a lot harder than when you're younger, but we don't give up. Onwards we shall march. Forward to the castle, my friends. Now, yeah, so what I'm going to do is read your comments. Let's check it out. We got a lot of comments to read, so I don't want this to be a 3-hour video for you guys, although some of you are cool enough, you'd probably watch it to the end. So let's see what's going on here. Joe Daniels, 4646. 63 years old, and it's very depressing to train using weights that I would laugh at. And we're too light even to use as a warm-up just 15 years ago. But even though my joints are shot from the very serious injuries in the gym, my pro wrestling days, and the football in high school. Oh, so we got some stuff in common here, my friend. I try to go through the motions. Will probably work out till the day I die, even if it's just moving the bar. Okay? Joe had a really good post here. I really appreciated it, Joe. Again, it is true. No matter what, don't give up, but be smart. Be smarter. You know, we're older, man. We've got the knowledge. That's what it's about. That's what my video was all about. You know, some people even made videos about that video. I'm looking at them going, they don't have a fucking clue what I was talking about. It's just saying, yeah, it's harder, man. It gets harder, but don't give up. Be smarter. Choose to fight. When we get old, a lot of people just say, hey, man, I'm just going to fucking pack it in. That's all there is to it. But we shall not. Again, my friends, we are gladiators from a different time. So, Joe, loved your comment, and I really appreciate it. We have a sub-conversation going on underneath, and I appreciate that. I'll let you guys carry on that conversation without me intruding into it. The next one. PV Barbell, 1904. I'm 60, just competed with a 512 squat, 370 bench, and a 562 deadlift. Lifetime natural lifter, so no, it's not over at 50. So, PV Barbell, that is awesome. I am really happy for you, and you know, I was just talking with my partner about this today with my channel, different directions to go in. There's so many things I want to do with this channel. And, you know, like there's a lot of channels where people just post their workouts and talk and whatever. I want to do some of that. But there's a lot of other stuff I want to get into, some stuff I've tried touching on. But maybe it's the way I go about talking about things or explaining it. Like, there was a lot of confusion with this video. A lot of people thought that I just was bitching and complaining. And but no, I'm just saying, hey, it's tougher, but, you know. So I want to tell you, I think that's amazing. And I saw a video recently of a guy who was 60 benching 460, and he looked natty to me. I don't get into the whole natty or not thing. I think at some time, I would tell anyone, hey, before you think about taking anything, get 5 years of solid lifting in under your belt. Really see what you can do and where your body's at. Lifetime natural lifter, that's fantastic. I'm happy for you. When I chose in my 20s to start getting involved with gear, that's when, you know, a lot of good came from it, but a lot of bad. It comes with a price in different ways. Not just, hey, I took this, so I'm a cheater, I'm a liar, I'm a bad person, I'm going to die the next day from all these horrific side effects. There's a lot of misinformation out there, you know what I'm saying? But it would have been, you know, with my knowledge now, if I just, you know, really got focused, and because I felt I had pretty good genetics for strength. But, you know, you start tearing pecs, bud. Life's going to be more complicated. And being a natural lifter at your age with those types of lifts, I'm sure that you haven't had those types of injuries because, well, it tends to affect people who get on the sauce. So my hat's off for you. My hat's off to you. I think that's incredible. I really appreciate your post. And hats off to you for being a lifetime natural, man. But not a preachy natural, like, hey man, look at me, I'm natural. Anyone else who takes anything, you're scum. No, that's cool, man. You're proud of what you did, which is amazing. And that video of that guy benching the 460 at 60, I thought that was incredible. So, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay. Parrish Everett EP. Your first words, did you win? I'm old. I'm 57 and killing it. So again, I think and then we got Leroy underneath talking. I don't know, maybe my brain was in a bad place that day and maybe I just wasn't conveying myself properly. Sometimes it's good to have a bit of emotion in a video, right? To connect with people. But it wasn't meant to be a complaining video. It was just saying, hey, it gets tougher when you're older, things change, but I'm going to fight. And my good friend Leroy, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to talk crap, but this dude cries too much, like, please pity me or something. So I'm going to say, I appreciated your post. The video was misunderstood. Please check out the reading or comments on this video coming out soon. That's the thing, guys. Sometimes like you can make a video and some people go, okay, I get what he's talking about. Or if they know some of the history, other people might go, what the fuck is this guy talking about? I know I've watched videos and I was like, what? Okay, I coached Caland. Sorry if I mispronounced the names here. I think I'm doing awesome at 57. Squat lower mid 400s and bench mid 300. Sorry, that's great. That's fantastic. I focus on bodybuilding with a carb cycling approach to control inflammation and fatness, but my training passion and energy has never been better. Zero meds, no TRT, all natty for life. Again, that is awesome. I loved your post. Keep killing it. Okay, at IIYYXXNN, those swinging front raises would destroy my shoulders, and I'm 25. Actually, I learned those training down in Ohio. I don't go too heavy with them. I actually find them to be fantastic for my shoulders, actually. But I loved your post, and this is also as a viewer that's watched some of my other videos, and I love it. My good friend Brad Britannia, never give in. Embrace the suck. You know it'll make you stronger. I'm right there with you. 52. June 23rd, and I plan on looking a certain way. I think people nowadays confuse themselves with being offended to jealousy. Keep up the great works. Love you, Brad. Going to do a shout out to you soon. Always appreciate your support. Guy Club, good vid. In my 40s here, and the road is long, and you're absolutely right about setbacks. Keep pushing, people. Fight the hard fight. Subscribed. Love it. Thank you so much. Okay. My good friend Tall Man Jude. Respect, keep it up. Probably the most real cat I met since being on YouTube. Lead by example. Tough and hold yourself to a standard. That's my saying, my friends. Set your expectations for yourself high and keep your expectations of everyone else super low. Tough and hold yourself to a standard. Never seen one bit of hate or jealousy towards anyone from you, unlike so many on here. 100%. You know, I gotta tell you guys a story. My sister, who I love very much, she said to my mother not too long ago, she said, you know that Brian? He doesn't have a jealous bone in his body. I don't know how the hell he does it. I've just never been jealous of people, man. I'm happy for people when they succeed. I don't care who it is on YouTube, whether it's Greg Doucette or Sam Sulek. I'm happy for them. Whatever. And you guys should check out Tall Man Jude's channel. He is a frickin' beast. He's doing some cool stuff. And when I see him doing the different types of variations of bench press he does in his training, my pecs suck, man. 4 pec tears. Like, you know, I might be able to rep out a plate like no tomorrow. It's not very exciting, but I like watching his videos. Good dude. Demetrius Cooksey. Thanks for the message, brother. Great insights for everyone. I'll be 50 next year, so it's all stuff I need to hear for sure. Very welcome. Thank you. Mr. Pink. Rather wear out than rust out. Very good. You know, that's the thing, too, I'm kind of trying to address in the video, too. It's like, Most people, when they get older, they just pack it in. People let themselves go. You know, guys, I'm not saying I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread for 50, but, you know, a little over a year ago, being in and out of the lifting industry, I was not in a good spot a year ago. For a variety of reasons. You can check out some of my older videos on that. But, you know, June 1st, I was like almost 350 pounds, right? And I had to make a choice to say, dude, this is not you. Get your shit together. So it's not that I do this in an arrogant type of way, but when I go out, my partner and I, we go out, whether it's to go to a shopping mall, we go to a busy grocery store to get groceries, look around. Look at all the 40 to 60, 70, well, you know, I'm only 50, so we got to kind of, so let's say 40 to 60-year-old men that are relatively in the age bracket. Look around. Open your eyes. Look at how other people are. They don't look healthy. They don't, you know, their bodies have long gone. They've packed it in long ago. Not judging anyone. I know what it's like to be there. And they don't look happy. Check it out. Look around. Go, man. That should be motivation for anyone to eat better and work out, man. Okay. Robert F420. Thanks for the video. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate watching and all the support. G's Paradise 1603. Proud of you. Your determination, your hard work. Quitting is not in your vocabulary anymore. Let's do this together. That's my partner. I don't know how she tolerates me. I don't even like the word partner because this isn't a law firm that we have. She's my fiance. Great woman. Made a lot of bad mistakes in my life, choosing partners for relationships. Something I still once in a while want to punch myself in the face for. But she's an awesome woman. And I don't know how she puts up with me. I really don't. Paul Petrovich, my good friend Paul. Paul's been a viewer of the channel for a while. Honestly, I think the mindset has to change after a certain age with exercise. Happy you can still do it, not as competitive with yourself or others. Some of my friends are dead, and I'm only 54. Some of my friends are dead too. You know, we could get into the steroid topic, but I also have friends that are dead because they did not take care of themselves in other ways. I was one of them in certain ways too for years. And, you know, there's not a lot of men in their 300 pound range that live well into their 50s, right? But I am more competitive with myself. And, you know, with different ways. Sometimes it's with cardio. Sometimes it's with, like, mental strength. Sometimes it's with diet. You know, diet is something I'd struggled with for a long time because I never had a problem going to the gym and throwing some heavy weight around. You know, but the diet was tougher. Okay. Infiltrator, you're killing it. Keep it up. Don't listen to those who let your success bother them. They're just weak. I hate to say it, but that's the truth. What I was meaning by that is just sometimes we all see things differently, you know, and sometimes whether even friends and family, they might think that you're being obsessive about something. And sometimes, you know, to get your health back and to get in shape when you're older, to get your body back, you almost have to be obsessive. You know, part-time effort yields part-time results. And sometimes other people around you might watch that and they don't get it. Or they might have a problem with it for whatever reason. But it's not to pick on them. They just don't understand. That's where I was going with that, I think. James Fiorello, bro, I am 50 and I continue to fight every day. Bro, you're doing great. Watching you helps me keep going. Thanks for the videos you put out. Right there, that's what it's about for me. James, I can't tell you how much this comment meant to me. And that'll help keep me going. Okay? At George Mill, I'm 62. I squat and deadlift 10% over my body weight to 15 reps. I no longer do barbell bench presses, but instead dumbbell presses to failure between 15 and 20 reps. Most importantly, I'm riding my bike to the gym and almost every other place too. That's fantastic. Now, guys, I want to emphasize, like, we're not dead. We're not dead. We can still push ourselves and do stuff. We just have to be smart about it. Bench pressing is a really interesting exercise. You know, when you're younger and you can fucking put the world on that goddamn bar and push it up and down a few times, it's great. But with time, is it really good on your joints? Is it really good on your pec insertions? Is it really... A lot of people who've benched heavy, they sooner or later, you might have some snap, crackle, and pops happening there. You might be doing the Rice Krispie dance, like I did several times. But I'm happy for you, George. That's awesome. Myron Ullman, my good friend Myron. Keep up the great work, brother. It won't be long before you'll be getting the posing trunks out. Yeah, I don't know if that'll be anytime soon, Myron. I love Myron's sense of humor. For me, from a bodybuilding perspective, I always loved the training and the diet and the workouts. I've never been the type of person to want to, go up on stage in posing trunks. Not my thing. Even now, even if it was on my bucket list, say I got to do one bodybuilding show, I can't because of all my tears and injuries. I look like Frankenstein's monster, but it's going pretty good. It's going good, So Dwayne Harris, I'm 52 years young. I get 4 days a week. It's tough, but I still have stuff in the basement. You make gains, but you lose it real quick. Yep. Just strained my lower back. Had to squat bar to high and lifted the 400 pounds off for a second set. And the right side of the bar got jarred up and fucked myself. I'll heal and continue. Fight the good fight. Great post, Dwayne. I appreciated it. I've kind of realized for me, who's had a lot of heavy load on my back with squatting. The last heavy squat I did was about 600 pounds a few years ago. I talked about that in some other videos. That led to my fourth pec tear because I strained my pec holding the squat in place. Some guys tear their pecs squatting heavy. You don't hear about that, but because you have to hold it in place, the bar in place when you're squatting. I didn't like how it felt on my spine and my lower back. For many years, I was fine with having a lot of weight on my back. Here's the problem. So I cut out doing all that, doing a lot of variations on legs. For reasons I won't get into here, there's a lot of, they say you lose your wheels first with age, and there is some truth to that. So I've had to do a lot of different things, but I know the thing that works best for me for quad development is squats with weight on my back. 315 seems to be the sweet spot. So I'm back up doing reps with 315. I've really slowly built back up to that, but I'm doing reps with 315. I don't want to go higher than that because I don't want to have heavier loads on my hips and my lower back. Yes, call me a bitch, call me a baby, call me whatever you will. But that seems to be the sweet spot for me for making gains for my quads. So I've made an agreement with myself that I will go up to 315 for reps. There's just something about that, different exercises work more for different people. But for me, it's like I got to do like squatting variations. That's what works for my legs. Okay, Rob Johnson Fitness. Awesome, Brian. Fired me up inside. Thank you. Screw everyone and anything that slings negativity towards you. I turned 50 August 22nd this year. Almost have the same birthday. Some days I feel it more than others, but I'm never stopping. God bless you, Brian. Keep up the good fight, brother. Rob, I really appreciate that post. The other day I was talking to my fiance. One day we got up and we're getting ready to go to the gym, and I said, it'd be awesome just to be able to hop into either first thing in the morning or once we come home from a workout. And she said, what's that? I said, a hot tub. I don't care if it's outside, whatever, but I think a hot tub would be really nice to be able to sit in that. Good for the bones, good for everything, good for recovery. What do you guys think? Do any of you guys have a hot tub? I know cold plunges and cold baths are the thing now, but something about being in a nice hot tub for a while and then getting out of that after. My good friend, Mr. Kenneth Bertel, I love Ken's posts. He makes me laugh. And he's got some good nuggets of wisdom in his post too. Interesting that you could play with 225 that way, but then the pec doesn't like it too much. So he's talking about when I use the bench sling. Okay, of course it was created for men who've had pec tears and shoulder issues so they can still... When I do close grip bench, I don't bench normal bench anymore. But when I do close grip bench with the bench sling, 225 is like nothing because it's like I have pecs again. I have connective tissue. But without it, I wouldn't be doing that. I strained my pec just doing 185 for reps a few weeks ago, but it's healed now and we're good. But when it happened, I was like, shit, I hope I didn't tear it. But thank God it didn't tear. So I would definitely recommend a bench sling, or bench daddy, or a slingshot for people that are looking into doing that when they're older, just to have that extra protection. But with 225 with a bench sling, it's like, but for doing my close grip bench, I need more weight, like 135 or 185 isn't enough to really work the triceps, but 225 seems good. So with the bench sling, it's like nothing. Still quite strong for 50. The pass is killing you because you aren't the same, but you're still enjoying everything except numbers. Numbers are killing you. You'll forget about numbers pretty soon and enjoy everything. Ken, I hear what you're saying, and I want to tell you, I've come a long way with that because of my pec tears, because I was a good bencher. Like, I got to be honest with you guys, I was one of those people that was good at all three lifts. Usually some people are really good at one, maybe two, and then they have a third lift where they're kind of, I was good at all of them. I was a good bencher. And it's just funny now because I just don't have the connective tissue to do what I used to be able to do. And when I had my first pec deck, I went, pec deck. Yeah, here I am. I actually, the numbers don't kill me the way they kill other people my age. Because of having the pec tears, I had to, years ago, start to realize, okay, like, you're just not going to be able to do what you used to be able to do. It's just how it is. I just don't have the connective tissue. But I do hear you, but I don't dwell on that. So now my challenges are more, I still want to be fairly strong, but I want to look good. Right now, I really like to challenge myself with the diet and the consistency, which is something I'm much better at now than when I was younger and when I was at my most jacked, so to speak. So, but I love you, Ken. I want you to know that, and I love your posts and your support. You've been very supportive of the channel. It means a lot. MT High 6 PR. I'm just in denial that any of this applies to me. In my head, I'm 30 to 35. Funny thing is, I had a hard time building strength or muscle in my 20s to the point I gave up, resumed in my 40s, and have made the gains of my life. Dude, that is amazing. And I think having a positive mindset is very important. And, you know, maybe the video did come across pretty negative. That's not what I intended. As I said, again, the video was about to say, hey, it's going to get harder, but hey, we're here to fight, man. Bring it on, sarcopenia. Okay, DFACO. Why does it change the names of the YouTubers sometimes, whether it's if I'm on my computer or if I'm on my phone? Let's go. Bring the noise, old man. Oh, it's broad. It's going to be broad. Cosmic Mirror Storm. I'll give a sub and support just for the halberd raises. So he's talking about when I was on the bench with the front raises, front swings, whatever you want to call them. I learned that in Ohio. That was something I learned from Shane Sweat, who came up under Louis Simmons from Westside. Those are awesome, man. I find those are, you know, again, I don't go too heavy, but they're an awesome delta exercise. Box 5500. Emerging science indicates that muscle mass is a key factor in longevity. Lack of muscle mass has a negative effect on all other body systems and reduces one's ability to recover from illness or injury. Therefore, lift for life has double meaning. Very true. And they say that muscle is our metabolic currency as we get older. So people need to focus on building muscle because muscle is metabolically active tissue. The more muscle you have in your body, the more fat you're going to burn every day. It'll put your basal metabolic rate up. And of course, when the sarcopenia does start kicking in, we're going to have a head start fighting that motherfucker. So I totally agree. DFACO. That's not his normal name, though. It's changing for some reason. I'm 53 and I had to take 6 months off. Won't be able to train till May. Going to do another strongman comp in 2025. You, sir, are nuts. That is crazy. Those guys that do the strongman stuff, that is insane. My hat is off to you. You have my respect. Love your channel and message. Right now, my main struggle is my weight. I hear you, my friend. And, you know, once someone, you know, is touched by food addiction, it'll always be there. It'll always be there tapping you on the shoulder till the day you die. And it's very easy to get off track and to give in. I always found, you know, when I get really sick, maybe with a really bad flu or a virus or something, then I start to create the junk food. And then if I get into that with my insulin going up and down, then you're on the roller coaster ride from hell. It is tough. You know, if it was easy, we'd all look like $1 million, right? So that's one of the things when people focus so much on the steroid aspect. I'm like, hey, man, especially the young kids, it's like, just shut the fuck up, learn how to train, learn how to eat good, do it consistently for a few years, and then we'll talk about steroids. Until then, just shut the fuck up. That's just the way I see it. My good friend Myron Ullman again, put 100% focus and effort into what you can still do and stop worrying about and wasting your time on what you can't. Absolutely, Myron. Nitsa Kane. These are some impressive barbell rows, man. You have my respect. Please note that when I was doing those, that was in 2018. I did those, that was 2017, 2018. I remember I did those at it was a hardcore gym in Kingston, Ontario, Canada. I remember I didn't sleep all night. I had a videographer that was going to be there to do some filming for me. I didn't sleep all night, and I was on a shit ton of pre-workout. But for me, routinely, just a few years ago when I was a sponsored athlete, I did a lot of heavy bent over rows. I think I did 315 for 25, and routinely we could do 405 for round 10. And then one time during the Arnold Classic weekend in 2018 at Tiger Fitness with Mark Lobliner right there, I did 500. I did a drop set from hell. You can see that in a previous video of 500. I think it was 3 or 4 pretty loose reps, and then they kept dropping the plates. But it was kind of cool because I showed Big Boy from Strength Cartel, and I showed Larry Wheels, and they're like, dude, who the fuck are you? And I was just like, I'm just a crazy motherfucker from Canada, this old guy here. But I appreciate that. But that was a few years ago. I've started doing them again. I think the heaviest I've gone now is 275, but they tend to work really good for me. And they're really good assistance exercise I found for my deadlifting. So I talk about that. I have a video of, trying to get over 700 deadlifts, some like inside tips that a lot of people might not know. You might like that video. Payne's Landscapes. Keep it going. I'm all in at 55 and can't stop lifting. I love it. Awesome. BBC is Ice Age 6727. I'm 52, lift weights and do karate. Karate is the key. Awesome. I did a bit of karate back in the day. And I also watched all episodes of Cobra Kai. Pro Charmo. Keep going. At 50, you're just getting started. I bench 180 kilograms at 49. Today at 59, I do it with a pause. That's awesome. Looking for 200 kilograms on my 60th birthday. You can do it. Get extra energy from the youngsters around you. They recover easy and their spirits can leak in your psyche. I appreciate that. And I want to tell you that with most of the youngsters, they're on their phones all the time, worrying about who's natty or not. Bruce McDonald. No, not even close. I'll be 60 in 3 months. I work out hard in the gym. Lifetime natty and no TRT. That's pretty commendable. I'm constantly working to get better at different things. Of course, I don't train with the weights I did in my teens, 20s, 30s, or run as fast or as far. I don't want to run. That's what a vehicle's for. But I work out in new ways, and I'm always finding new things to improve on. It's a process that I love. I love being in the gym and hitting my goals on a hard set. I love finishing a run when I didn't think I'd get past the first half mile. Yeah, that type of thing isn't for me. I'll do trail walks, but I'm not into running. Yeah. Keep at it, brother, and don't listen to the naysayers. It's a new world, and you have plenty of years left to challenge yourself and improve yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. You get one body and one brain. It does get harder in a lot of ways, but it's no less rewarding and gets even more important. You got this. Thank you, Bruce. Intelligent Probe. Even at 49 with numerous issues, I'm still one of the strongest in the gym. I don't know if this says something about me or something about the use underdevelopment of attributes. They should be running circles around me, but they aren't. Well, go back to my previous comment about not all. There's some kids out there that are very dedicated. They do the research. Even you can even look at Sam Sulek. He's looked back at some of the older greats, to influence him with his training. But a lot of kids now, it's not. Everyone wants the easy way. Get a membership, hop on steroids. If you don't have a foundation, well, you can't be on steroids forever. And then you come off them, and then you're fucked, right? But if you build up that foundation, you can come off them and still be strong. So, Charles Fountain, crank up the jams at over 3/4 of a century. I need all the motivation I can get. Good for you, man. These videos just prove we still got what it takes to rep out the sets and to get the pump. My man. Barry Wentz, 54 and on my way to reaching a bench press 1 rep max of 315. I had a setback last year. I made it to 285 but injured my shoulder. This year I'm making 315 pounds my bitch. Stick to it, guys. Stop moving or die and press on and live. Barry, keep me posted on your training, man. Keep me posted on how it's going. User PZ. I hate when it does this, because then I can't get the real names. I'm 56, still training like I was 21 years old. I'm still bench pressing 400 pounds, weighing 197. That's awesome. It's all what you believe in and how bad you want it. Oh yeah, my knees don't hurt. My back has been lifting over 500 all my days, and I'm superhumanly healthy. This is a fact of life, and I'm king of living to my maximum. Okay, that's awesome. Love it. John Gray, much respect from 61-year-old gym rat. Reps, pace, rest, and sleep. Good content, brother. Carry on. Thank you. Kindred, RY5MM, I'm 53, still going training for 38 years now. It's in my DNA, not strong, but I still love the gym. Awesome. 80 Shred. It's kind of weird. He's a guitar guy. So I use TRT not just for myself, but I use it for my guitar playing. I do. I am on TRT, and this is why I want to get my Patreon, guys. Patreon, we can talk about anything. With YouTube, you got to be careful with this stuff. Nothing sucks more than putting a lot of work into a channel and then you get shut down for breaking rules that you didn't even know existed. So I do use TRT. It's a little bit more complicated than that. I don't mean like tons of gear and everything. I think taking a lot of steroids as you get older is actually very bad. Okay, they are drugs. You have to be careful with them for a lot of reasons we won't get into here. But I think I will just say this. When you're older, your body does not make a lot of things the way it used to. Maybe it's your thyroid. Maybe it's your IGF-1. It could be a lot of things. I believe in hormonal optimization. I think, you should get that stuff looked at. And if your body's missing something, I'm of the mindset, if you're willing to put in the work and do all the nutrition and everything, you should probably look into getting hormonal optimization from a geometrical perspective, not just one thing. It doesn't mean just blasting a whole bunch of testosterone and steroids, which a lot of people seem to think. So I hope that answered your question, but I want to get my Patreon up soon so we can talk more in depth about this, okay? Lee McKay, I'm coming up on 54. It ain't that bad. Life is about embracing the season you have to be in. TRT helps. And a supplement I take called NAD. Do you mean NAC? NAC? I have been, my good friend Alex Borgos suggested this to me a while ago. So I have been experimenting with a glycine and NAC protocol for recovery. I don't know. I've been doing this for a few months, and I don't know if it's supposed to help your natural production of glutathione, which, like everything else, it's good. Starts to die as you get older, my friends. So what are you going to do, huh? Maximus, I like that. Oh, hit that like button. Okay. You got to watch Tim Effect. Brother 69 and killing it. 50 isn't old. Well, it's true. Yoga, BBC. Okay. Ray W. Lift for functionality, not to mirror others. Well, there's still a bit of mirror in there, but I want to look good. There's times in my 20s and 30s and even some of my 40s I just needed to be focused on other responsibilities. It's kind of like I do want to have a little bit of my body back, a little bit of my youth back, a little bit. Not in a midlife crisis sense, but it's like, hey, I want my best years ahead of me. I want to look relatively good. That is important for me, but not in a narcissistic or vain way. But I just, anyway, you get what I'm talking about. And functionality is very important. I agree. Michael Sloan, 1360, B51 in July. Awesome. You look great anyway by your picture here, if that's you. Leroy Daniel, you cry too much, dude. That's just petty talk. So anyway, Leroy, I'll let you watch this video and comment. Let me know what you think. But yeah, a lot of people misunderstood my video. Hugh to who 668. It never began. BP. Okay, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Rob Ranko. I'm 46 and I'll FL MPS. Okay, I don't know what the hell that means, but I'm sure it means something good. JJ's dad. 76. I'm 61 after a motorcycle accident 3 years ago that nearly cost me my left leg. Holy shit. My physio suggested to join a gym again. Best decision we ever made. I still can't walk real well, but my upper body is getting back into shape and my shoulders and chest are starting to regain their former shape with plenty of muscle there. Keep up the grind. It's hard work, but hey, you ain't dead yet. That's true. And again, guys, I appreciate that video for a relatively new channel. Got a lot of views. Very misunderstood, the message in there. All I'm saying is, hey, yeah, it gets tougher. But us, my generation, Generation X, we're fighters, man. We're fighters, right? If we were on the field in Braveheart times with William Wallace, if he said, the guys that were running home, they didn't want to fight the English army, I'd be there, man. I'd be there with you guys saying, I'm going to take at least 50 of those bastards down with this Morning Star. Maybe I would have used a mace. Maybe I would have used a claymore sword. I don't know. This is just, I'm just kind of guessing right now, but I would have said, you know what, I'm going to take at least 20 of those bastards down before they knock me down. You just got to keep fighting, my friends. That's what it's about. Guys, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate you guys hitting like. Again, we've had a lot going on the past 2 weeks, but we're going to get some more content up for you guys next week. Thanks again so much. And remember, this is my therapy.